If what they saw was an image and it didn't have any call to action, it takes less than a second or two for them to scroll down without doing anything else than that. And you don't want this. You want your time and the effort that you are putting into your content to have a reaction. Hey guys, what's going on? Elias here with the Yes Do It team from the Costa Rican jungle. And in today's training, I want to tell you guys about the call to action that you want to add to every single one of your pieces of content. And the reason why I want to start the week by speaking about this is that I see many of you guys are starting to create content. That makes me so happy. You have no idea, because in a way it's a little bit of a pay. In a way it's very, very rewarding for me to see that some of you guys are saying, you know what, Elias is right. We can actually get this shit going. We can actually create a business out of the internet. We can actually create a personal brand and make a profit out of it. But you are missing one thing, and it is to give purpose to every single one of your pieces of content, which we get or which we build by giving every single one of our pieces of content a call to action. Now, what is a call to action? The call to action is what your video is going to be looking for, what your piece of content, maybe it's an image, maybe it's not a video, but it's definitely got an objective. It's got a goal for it. Maybe it is to get more followers, maybe it is for people to send you a message, maybe it is for people to call you, maybe it is for people to go on Google and type in a question so that they can see the results that come up. There's all kinds of calls to action. It isn't always about a sale. Of course, sometimes you want to make a call to action that will be telling people, you know what, go on the link and make a purchase right now before we close this deal. That's a call to action that is related to a sale. But like I was saying before, not all calls to action are to make a sale. Some of them are simply to get people involved, simply to get people to engage with your content. What are you missing when you don't attach a call to action to your content? You're missing a whole lot. You are missing the possibility to engage with your audience. You are basically putting things out and not asking them what to do with it. You are not telling them what they can do with it, and most importantly, what you want them to do with it. At the end of the day, you want to drive them to have an action after they see your content. So if you don't add this piece, if you don't add a call to action, they will end up simply watching the whole video and not taking any action, maybe not even reacting to it, maybe not even leaving a comment, or maybe they will simply scroll down through another image. If what they saw was an image and it didn't have any call to action, it takes maybe less than a second or two for them to scroll down without doing anything else than that. And you don't want this. You want your time and the effort that you are putting into your content to have a reaction, to have an impact on the audience that is consuming your content. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about is what are the best magnets that you can use as calls to action. And what you can give the most to people is what there is the biggest engagement rate. What do I mean by that? I mean that the most that people can get from you, the more engagement that you will get on your posts, the more action, the more calls to action that you will actually be getting on your content. And why do you want this? You want this because you want your audience to grow, right? So in every single one of your pieces of content, you maybe wanna add a default call to action, which is follow us on this or this other address. If you don't have that, maybe your audience isn't growing. And maybe it isn't growing because you are simply not asking your followers to click that button. So back to it. Where is it that you get the most engagement rate for your calls to action, where there is something for people to get? So for example, let's say that I was my father and I had all this knowledge about how to grow this type of plants, right? They're called succulentas and he's a freaking pro with them. So I was thinking, if he could build a little bit of a course, like 5-video course where he can show people where to plant them, how people can reproduce them, how people can treat them so that they don't die, and pretty much what do you have to do with them so that they grow very beautiful, right? If he can put that in a PDF, if he can put that on a video format, if he can put that in a set of images, like a carousel type of images on Instagram, then there is a lot of value for people to engage with. People are not going to engage, people are not going to take an action unless there is something valuable for them to get after that. If there is nothing for them other than what they just saw, it's a little bit harder for them to engage with you. But if you are giving them something, if they can actually get an asset from you by doing nothing else than taking action on a link, on a comment, on a share, it doesn't matter. Get creative. Think outside of the box so that more and more people engage with the value that you are putting out for them. And if you have to write this down, if you have to write your calls to action, don't hesitate to do it. The most important thing is that you attach every single one of your pieces of content with one of these calls to action. For example, this one. If you guys are ready to start your online business and you have no idea where to start with it, the best way or the best thing that you can do is get a mentor. If you don't do it, you're going to start doing things on your own, thinking that that is the way to go, without any kind of supervision, without any kind of assurance that what you're doing is what you should be doing in order to actually build a profitable business. If you're ready to start, this is not related to money at all. You don't have to pay any cash up front. This is about you guys taking action. You see what I'm talking about? Take action. Send me a DM and I'll be more than happy to get you guys started. Thank you guys so much for watching this training, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.